Alrighty, today we gotta change that starter, but I'm pretty sure we gotta pull all this so we can pull this. We might have to pull that so we can pull this. So we can change that. Makes total sense, but whatever. So, that probably broke. Cool. Alright, so I'm pretty sure sneak this off of here, or loosen it enough. I'm hoping we don't have to pull the pole starter. Alright, there's that. So for this cover, there's some sort of a heat shield thing up here. There's a bolt back in here and here, but I'm hoping we can just loosen this heat shield thing and sneak that all out of there. Wish me luck. Yeah, the bolts for the starter come through from this side, which I guess works fine, but makes it fun to change. I've been pole starting this thing for the last week, and that's half the reason why I chose this compressor, is because it comes with a pole start and the electric start. So, I mean, I didn't buy it brand new, but it definitely saved the bacon being able to pole start it. I have a Champion out in the other truck that's electric start only, so if that starter went out, we'd be up the creek. So I'll get these off and see if we can get this front housing off. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to disconnect or loosen that. That's probably gonna break. Great. Well, I guess there's one way to find out. Oh. Wow. Shocker. So we just loosen that. You know it. I can see bolts. I've kind of screwed myself with this bar. Maybe we can just leave it there. Hey, look at that. All right, so I've already gone ahead and disconnected the battery and the starter cable. We just got to pull off this little signal wire on the solenoid here. And then everything else should be just these two little bolts here. So I'm pretty sure we can just sneak in here. I don't think you need to take the carburetor off. You pull this little start box and it should sneak out, but I've got this bar to keep all my tires from running into all my controls. That's why I got a bent key. Before I had the bar, I let tires run into it. one. It's kind of long-winded. Now the question is, can you get this out of here without pulling the belt guard? There we go. So this one, all it was doing was clicking. And good luck finding the part number for that thing on Ingersoll's website or on Kohler's website. I can find pictures of the starter on Kohler's website, but no part numbers. But that looks pretty well identical. I found that on Amazon. Just do a quick search for Ingersoll Rand or Kohler Command Pro starter motor, and it popped right up. It was 60-something bucks. It's probably a Chinese-made turd, but it's going to get us going here. All right. Look at that. Okay. The big question is going to be, is it going to start? If it starts, is it going to charge? All good questions. So let me get this tied back up. We'll put this thing back together. And hopefully we'll have one that starts and charges. I'm sick of pull starting this thing. I mean, worst case, I guess I could hook it to my truck's battery. I just got to hook to a little lawn and garden battery down here. I guess I could hook it to my truck's battery, but I am not in the mood to forget this key and leave the key on and run my truck down and leave me stranded somewhere or something, or, you know, one of those deals. Let's torque to spec. And that one's torque to spec. All right, let's see if we can fish this cover back up in here without swearing. This thing here, I don't know as if this. Let's get back on there. Does it kind of come off? That. That's it down there. There it goes. Hey, look at that. Okay. Must be stripped out. It's well engineered anyway. Okay. This. That. Let's throw this together. get positive wire hooked back up and the signal. We'll see if this thing's gonna give us a crank. Hey, look at that. All right, I am going to throw this all back together and then we'll start it, make sure it's charging and see if the pulse will change and see if it pulls, but that is promising. We'll catch you in a minute. All right. Fire in the hole. All right. Well, that seems to work. All right, we got that changed out. My guess is the old starter on that thing had been hurting for a long time because it cranked really slow. I mean, really slow, especially in the cold. That thing would, you know, and finally it would pick up and go. But this thing is a cold, not necessarily cold-blooded, but when it's cold, it's hard to start because it cranks. Like you pull start this thing when it's cold and it is hard to pull. But that thing cranks like crazy. That thing fired right up. We're charging 16 volts. It's probably gonna blow that battery up, but guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So if you enjoyed that, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hope that helps somebody. We'll see you on the next one.